Good morning, church. I am Sarah Grant and I work with Next Gen and Worship, and I am here at the beach for Daily Hope today, and I want to start in on Amos 6 and 7. Now, if you've been reading along, you know that Amos is, or if you've read it before, you know that Amos is not a super uplifting book. It is very justice oriented. So I guess if you're looking at it from a place of justice, then you do feel a sense of peace. But as I'm reading it, I'm going, oh man, it's really intense. So as we look at it and we look at what God is saying about where his people are at, he's brought them out of such deep anguish, and yet they are turning toward other things and being swayed and moved by the things of this world. And they're using luxury as a place of rest and thinking that that is going to be their comfort. But God is reminding them that he is rest. He is the comfort. He is the foundation that we are supposed to be building around and building on. And I love in 7 when it's talking about the plumb line, it's both kind of scary to think about, and it's also really lovely to think about. That God has given us his word, he has given us his truth as the plumb line of our life. And we're not to be tossed and turned like the waves in the ocean or the sand on the shore, but we are to be measured against this perfect way of building, to remind ourselves that he is the way and the truth and the life, and anything else that is asking us our attention to be turned away from that is actually not of him. So as we look at the comforts of this world and maybe are kind of lured by them, and the luxuries that the people around us have, especially in this area, we're looking at those things and maybe wishing that we had more of them. But we can look at Amos and remember that that is not the way, that we are being measured against a different plumb line, and that we need to remember God's truth. And this is not, this book is not a measure of shame. It's not a measure of guilt. We're not supposed to be measuring ourselves and knowing how short we've fallen. It's a measure to remind us that his truth stands, that his justice stands, that his faithfulness stands. So as we are reading this, my prayer is that we as a church would remember that we are founded on the truth and the love of Christ, that we have no condemnation because of what Christ did for us. And in that, we are still asked to measure against this plumb line that is Christ, that is our firm foundation. So church, today, I want us to be encouraged that we do have the answer. We do have Jesus. We do have God's word. So I invite you to be in God's word today so that we aren't measuring ourselves against the things of this world. We're measuring ourselves in his truth, so that we can join in with his salvation. We can join in with his plan for our lives, for his life, for his story, that we get to be a part of that story. So church, be encouraged today. Remember that his word is not to make us feel like, oh no, we don't have it all together. It's actually to remind us that he has it all together, and we just get to rest in him and build our foundation on him against his plumb line, and that is a beautiful thing. So church, be blessed today, and my prayers are with you. We are all praying for you and praying that our church is unified, that the church is unified in this plumb line of Christ. Have a great day.